What's good, YouTube? At the beginning of the Market Watches, I started to show off the must-see videos of the week and kind of the news on other things in Yugi tubing. And I've had several people complain, well, John, why aren't you showing off the smaller tubers? Where are the smaller tubers? Wouldn't this help out the smaller tubers? Multiple people have been critiquing that when I do show people off. And I want to say, I have not had a single submission on must-see videos. I've said multiple times, hey guys, it's on you to send in submissions on the must-see videos. I would love to have people send them in, yet the same people complaining haven't sent in a single link. So I want to do something different today. I want to do something completely different and show off every single channel I'm subscribed to. And this will start off with AAVFX, a 4K/8K special background channel. I believe DZeef has used some of these and other tubers have used some of these. I've used some of these. So if you want to up your content, they are free to use as long as you link them in the description. They're really nice, and I would definitely be considering going through here and checking out a lot of what he does. Next up, you may know him as that beautiful man with a lot of chest hair. Alintheo has been back recently. He's been uploading a few things, but it's spotty on the uploads. Don't expect regular content. Expect the content he wants to do. I'm really glad that he's come back to make a few videos, and I look forward to the next one constantly. Alpha Investments is kind of that Magic guy that you don't really have to play Magic to enjoy watching. He's showing like the life of opening up a card store. There ends up being a lot of videos that I enjoy watching by him. I like his attitude, I like his energy, I like his voice. I just like this guy. And I don't even have to play that game to enjoy his content. Next is, hey, what is up, guys? Asian Eyes, I do watch a video here and there from this man's. I gotta admit, I still watch one or two here or there. You want to see it sometimes, but not all the times. But I definitely would say that it's nice to see that he still brings an energy to the game when he uploads. I know I'm gonna get a little bit of criticism for being a fan, but he's been actually a really nice guy. You don't always have to agree with somebody's content to enjoy them as a person, and he's actually been really nice. When I got hacked, he was the only person who reached out and showed me multiple links on what to do if you get hacked again, how to prevent it, how to remove it from your computer, and nobody else reached out to me during that time when that happened on the 24-hour live stream, and he was super nice about it. So he is a really nice dude, and I've got to give him props on that one. Asian Persuasion 2008, probably one of the most underrated in terms of being a player. He was on the top 10 players of this year on the Konami point system. Definitely a grinder. He's out there in the real tournament scene. Most of his videos are out there in the real tournament world, and I really do respect that about him. I've got to watch this Ediception deck profile, probably going to be my next must-watch one. Love me some Ediception. Next is Simo. Simo definitely has been on the rise, not only in terms of sub numbers, but it reflects in his quality. He's upgraded equipment constantly, upgraded how he's doing his content little by little, and you notice those little changes in what he's doing. I definitely got to give it to Simo. There was one point, around 25k subs, where we were neck and neck, and he's just exploded far past me, and I've got to give it to him. It definitely reflects in his content and how he's grown. And maybe I should take a lesson from that and start actually doing some more video editing. And I'll be getting all the software set back up to video edit on my computer soon, but man, he did slingshot rocket past me. Next up is probably the nicest and most just, again, I gotta emphasize, nicest Yugi tuber out there, spreads so much positivity. Cyber Knight, he lives here in Texas with me, actually. I need to meet him up at a regional or something sometimes, but I actually bought some of my giant banners off him when I was at like 5k subs, and he's just one of the nicest guys. Every time I watch one of his videos, it's definitely super awesome. But I want to say something he did recently was actually a replay video that I thoroughly enjoyed. I hadn't seen a replay video, I think, from him before. And it was actually just really cool to see him go over some games from people. So I'd like to see more of that kind of content from him. And contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, it's not just all pack openings. He does news. all sorts of news. He's really been upping his other kinds of content lately. So even you can teach an old dog new tricks. One of the oldest Yu-Gi tubers actually is doing quite a few things that you might not expect if you haven't been around there for a while. Diego Doom is a Godzilla slash Ultraman slash other toy reviewers. I really do enjoy the content. It's so well presented. It's so high quality. You really can understand what you're going to be getting when you're watching it. I know Godzilla toy reviews might bore a few of you guys, though. So here's DP Yu-Gi-Oh! And something that's really awesome about his content lately is not only that he's been trying out newer things and doing things that are not his typical content, but it's been improving. And for somebody that has been around a while, just like with Cybernate, it's nice to see improvements in content and the constant way to evolve your channel. And he's always looking to evolve and become better, and I think that's really cool. And I've been watching a lot more lately. It's just so awesome to see the humor combined with teaching you what the game is. I don't think anybody else does that quite like he does at all. But the next is one of my favorites, almost a brother in Yu-Gi tubing, and that is DZeef. DZeef is definitely one of the most awesome on the rise tubers that I couldn't say enough about. Maybe somebody really handsome made that channel banner, but I think it's really awesome. His content's been improving by worlds, leaps and bounds. He's been incorporating more humor into his content, and it's just been growing so well. The way he talks has improved, the way that his content is put out there has improved in the past 6 months, and how much passion he's put into the channel, I think, has improved a lot. Next is Fresh Vinyl Reviews. Honestly, I like his energy. It's not as high quality as the other Godzilla toy reviews, but in terms of the energy he brings, and he still shows off very, very well a lot of the angles of the toy. I end up watching a lot of his toy reviews too. GCD. Now this is a smaller tuber, still over 3,000. I consider anything over 2,000 in Yu-Gi tubing pretty big. Probably one of the best replay tubers out there, but doesn't upload often. He's really a brilliant deck builder. He makes rogue decks. This sounds like DZeef too. He makes rogue decks that work really well. I enjoy everything he ever helps me build on the live streams, and he's quite often on the live streams. His Blackluster Soldier deck is one of the most fun things that I have played in a long time. He actually made Super Quaddles work for me on stream too. Rest in peace. Those are going to have a hard time in Link format. Glasgow Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the loudest voices in the community. Definitely a great but polarizing sometimes guy. Humorous always. I love his new series, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Poop. It's like kind of shitpost, but they have a lot of humor. They're basically memes. They're like video memes, and I can almost never say enough about this guy in terms of he's got meta. He brings the real game to the forefront, the competitive side, but he also brings the casual side with those Table 500 duels. There's almost something for everybody to enjoy on his channel. He does it all. H3 Productions. How could we not be subbed to this guy? I really enjoy almost everything that this man does. I constantly watch almost every single video. It's so fun over here. But back to the Yu-Gi tubing. Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! He's been doing more skits lately. He just did one with Yu-Gi No No today. Definitely one of the he goes into the rogue decks sometimes, but he also goes into the hyper competitive. He's I would say, if I had to pick between casual and competitive, his channel is more competitive based, but it also has been appealing more to casuals lately, I feel. So it's kind of between worlds. Sort of, I think a lot of Yu-Gi tubers are going there. I feel like Glasgow does that, I do that, Innovation. You gotta walk both worlds. Next up is Jax Films. Jax Films is definitely hilarious. I've come on him in the oh Jesus, I've come onto his channel within the past 3 weeks, and I've really enjoyed what I found, and I've just enjoyed every single video I've watched so far. Definitely glad to be here, even though I know it's late compared to his entire life. 9 years on YouTube was one of his recent videos, so I know I only found it there's the proper term in the past couple weeks, but it's been a really awesome ride. JRB Jobber, not uploading as much as he did. I know he's gone through some medical things, and I'm really glad to see a full recovery from him. He's definitely one of the biggest influences in the competitive community with Team Jobber. I love that he walks that line of competitiveness and supporting the real community, which a lot of tubers honestly don't do, but they don't necessarily have the means to, whereas Jobber, he puts forth so much effort into his real team, a nationwide team that he takes so much pride and joy in. It's beautiful, and to reach into the community like that is awesome. Like, all I really can give back with Robbie is those tournaments that we do. I think we'll be doing another one in August. I know a ton of people have been asking, but Jobber just goes and puts players on his back and lifts them up into being able to play the game that they love, and I love that along with his pack openings. He probably has the most comprehensive pack openings, not to put anyone else's down in terms of like talking about the cards from a meta standpoint. Next up is Kamina, who has erased a lot of his old content, but he just put out My Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience and his plans for the channel. This is definitely a great watch if you haven't already. It's you'll just live the life of like someone who did become competitive and then quit the game. Kasame Unlimited, definitely I would say a more casual channel, but one that's fun to watch here and there nonetheless. He's let me guest upload before, which was really awesome of him. He openly came out, and I support that. I don't want anybody to ever use like insults like that as a derogatory means, which I see a lot more these days lately. It's really weird, but definitely I think it's awesome that he's brave, bold, and up there. And I also think it's awesome that he's just still uploading here and there, although it hasn't been in 2 weeks. Where you at, Kasame? But he's one of the mainstays, and it's really awesome. Also, you can go over here, and there will be a lot of YouTubers that kind of just show you from big to small. He has like ones that are 1,000 and under, I believe, in this the best YouTuber section. He tries to get almost every YouTuber here, and you can discover a lot of talent that I might not be even featuring in this video. Besides right here, Tainted Wisdom is actually one that I enjoy hopping in on. That's not on my sub list. Should probably subscribe. I really do enjoy his videos. But next up is going to be Lithium. Oh, an old school expert there. He's a really nice guy in the comment section. Usually has a great view. But Lithium, this is where on stream, if GCD's not around and there's a deck building challenge, we're definitely going straight to his channel and using it as the base before changing a couple cards. But on live streams, I do what's called the deck building challenge, where somebody gives me an archetype and I take the deck and then play either versus that person in rated or versus a random viewer. Lithium's channel is my go-to for that when I don't know anything about the deck. Next up is Mega Capital G. I would definitely say he has a hit video here or there that I enjoy watching, but at the same time, it's just like, please stop taking the videos like this and putting 8 ads. But seriously, I think, yeah, again, it's that kind of thing. You don't have to agree with somebody's content to like them as a person, and I definitely do like Mega Capital G as a person, and I like most of his content. Most of the videos I end up watching, I do end up watching all the way through and enjoying. I definitely actually enjoy the replays, and that it is still community-wide, that he goes and shows what people are doing in the community. People that want to show off their videos come here and are able to put it on a platform for more people to see than they ever would. And I do have to really respect that of his channel. It still does go into a community base. I know people say he doesn't give credit, but the screen name is there on the screen the entire time for the person that wants credit. So I would have to say that he does give a voice to the replay community that wouldn't be there otherwise. Next up is MCole40. This man has drug himself out of limbo and to the forefront of Yu-Gi-Tubing. Definitely my grandfather in Yu-Gi-Tubing, who's taught me more than I can ever would have known. You wouldn't have Market Watch without him, by the way. I wouldn't be doing the series if Robbie hadn't done it. A lot of people actually still comment on his things when he posts his Market Watch and Zodiac. Isn't that John's thing? No. I'm the first to do it regularly besides your Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and I actually didn't know them until, unfortunately, much later in time. But Robbie definitely is kind of the grandfather, along with Mega Capital G, of actually doing the series. They just didn't do it regularly, and I wouldn't be doing it without Robbie at all. And His newer content, definitely better, definitely more thought out. He started doing kind of things before his intro, little skits and stuff, and it's been a lot better to watch. It's been nicer. Next up is Moons Gaming. Moons Gaming is a smaller Yu-Gi tuber, a regular in my Twitch, and he connects with the Canadian community. And I really like that I can like kind of see the life of another community. I think this was one of his bigger videos, was the dinosaur structure deck, where the guy is literally on like a McDonald's tray with his dinosaur deck. This was one of his bigger videos, but he's definitely interconnected. You know, Team Apps, Team Samurai. He's done stuff where he's talked with me a lot in stream. Definitely one of the nicer, smaller channels that I really enjoy interacting with. Next up is MST TV. High quality, well thought out content. I honestly watch here and there, but what I do, I tend to binge watch because I really do enjoy his content. Next up is Nimnim, aka Gage Poljack. Him and I went to Hot Heads together. I believe that's... No, I'm messing up. That's Dan Barnes. Oh no. Permanente Brothers, that's where we went. I actually called it Hot Heads last time too. Oh, he's gonna give me some crap in the comment section. But definitely somebody that I tend to also binge watch when I start. I enjoy almost everything that I watch, and sometimes, like I said, I go back and rewatch parts of the video for it. Definitely an awesome guy. Next up is PewDiePie. A lot of people give me crap for doing that alternate voice thing. I just can't help it. I enjoy that part, and I watch a lot of his videos. Same thing, when I go through, I tend to binge watch. I save it up for about a week or so. Next up is Pro Play Games, and honestly, I'm typically not subbed to them. I'm waiting till they're at 10K to sub, but I subbed for this video so I could have it to click on right away. The reason I'm not subbed is on a channel that's under 10K, if you actually aren't subbed, but you know you're going to check that channel regularly, you give that channel trailer another watch. But I would definitely suggest subscribing for the typical person. It's just kind of a Yu-Gi tuber thing to me, because I know I'm going to be checking and I'm not going to forget them ever. But I do suggest, if you want to see a video fast, subscribing and turning on that bell. I just know that I'm on their Facebook page and I'm in Zodiac, so I'm going to see almost all their uploads every single time. Next up is Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely a great watch all the way through every time. Entertaining to the max. High quality videos. Real nice content. I can't say enough about it. But the next one is actually my favorite funny tuber, Rook. Rook's shitposts are hilarious. I would show you every single one. I really like that I'm actually in one of his videos. That actually made my day when he uploaded this this filler one. Definitely go check him out. You'll instantly subscribe every single time. I wish he uploaded more. It's been a little bit. Maybe this video will get him off his ass. Next up is Screencasters, a smaller tuber that has actually been growing lately, it looks like. I actually unsubscribed just to watch his channel trailer and then resubscribe. I believe it's still that Ronnie Rotten one. 1 minute. This isn't telling you guys to do what I'm doing, but I do this all the time just to mess with him, and I love doing it to him. But because I know I show up in his more recent subscriptions. Yes, it's still the We Are Number One channel trailer, and I love it so much. And then I always resubscribe. Always resubscribe. Oh, I just love to mess with them that way. Next up is Team Apps. I call this HD Robbie Cole because similar to Robbie Cole, those two channels come up with discussions that you won't see anywhere else for the most part, and it's really nice to actually see the kinds of topics they touch on. Even as a content creator, I'll go over to see the kind of discussions they've come up with, because they really go where no other Yu-Gi tubers go, similar to Robbie Cole, but their Super HD channel is just so nice. They care about quality so much. Next up is Team Samurai X1. Definitely another HD channel. He does go into the community as well. Definitely shows off a lot of the Canadian community, as well as when he comes down here for YCSs, puts out plenty of content. I have to say this, What the Heck Happened at the NAWCQ really shows off his video editing and ability to create content. I really liked it. Next up is the Mad Wasp. He's a smaller tuber with an amazing voice. Definitely somebody to watch out for as he's up on the rise. I do enjoy his content overall, except when he gets into scuffles with other tubers. But hey, that's about how everybody is at times. You kind of make mistakes, you grow from them, and you move on. We've all been there. Next is the Easy Duelist, another smaller tuber. About 700 subs. He helped me with Casual Fridays. He hasn't uploaded in some time, I think. But I definitely enjoyed the stuff that I did watch, and I do find him very inventive with his deck. He definitely takes Casual to a more competitive standpoint as well. Next up is Top Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely a meta channel, been on the rise. Great guy. Really nice, really good content, and also, just like DZ, has the terrible taste of being a Subterror fan, and was disappointed in the new Link monster, but I really do enjoy his content overall. Really nice dude, and he is there in the competitive scene. Next up is a mainstay, probably the one who got me into tubing, Vexicus4666. He's there in the competitive scene, he's there everywhere, competitive, casual, news, everything. I really wish he was more active again, but it's really nice to see that he still uploads multiple times a week, and he's still just one of the mainstays of the community. I feel like that he used to be on everything, and then he just kind of took a break. He has work, he's not able to like stay on top of it like he used to, but at the same time, this man has so much passion when he's talking about things. So much awesomeness comes from this channel. These are the kind of videos that got me into Yu-Gi tubing, guys. And I still pop in on a lot of the videos. I really enjoy watching when I do watch. And sometimes he beats me to the news. I'm pretty sure he has a few videos here that he gets up before me still, even with a full-time job. He's just awesome. I love Vexy. Next up is VMDTCG, the smoothest voice you'll ever hear in Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely somebody who deserves more subs. I say that not very often, deserves more subs, but I feel like this is one of them. His content is so high quality, his voice is amazing, and I love every single video I end up watching from him. Next up is a dead channel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck List by House of Champs. So this was a terrible idea, pretty much because people wanted to be featured on House of Champs and not on the Decklist channel. So whenever I told people, well, I've already got my 5 submissions for Decklist for the main channel, nobody wanted to be featured on this channel, very few. So like, I really wanted to grow this channel up for the community, but like, everybody just wanted to be featured on House of Champs and not Yu-Gi-Oh! Decklist by House of Champs. Yugi Mation, rest in peace. I wish he would come back real soon, but he's living the real life. Definitely still great to go through and watch all of his old series. And then another funny guy here at the end with the Yugi at the start. Yugi No! It's Team Burpa! Definitely a great watch. Awesome skits, awesome videos. I think I end up watching just about everything from this man's. He started doing more like things on newer like cards, and I like his comedy more, but the things he has to say about the real cards that are coming out in Japan and OCG, they're well edited, well put together, well thought out. So I do like the newer content, but of course I'm like biased. It's like I want just dessert, not the meat and potatoes. But all of his content is definitely great. He's a great guy. I've hung out with him, had a bromance here and there. I would just say that I like dessert a lot more, and I think almost everybody does. It shows in the numbers of views. But there you have it, all the channels that I am subscribed to / watch regularly. I would say honorable mention here is VTTRFS. I have been popping in on the market watches a lot more. I'll probably subscribe pretty soon. But he's definitely starting to up his market watches, and they're definitely good references for prices and to keep up. I would be checking in there regularly, and I'll probably subscribe soon. So there you have it. That's everybody on my sub list. I knew I was forgetting somebody that I pop in regularly on like Pro Play. But again, popping in does give their channel trailer a view, which is definitely good for them. So thanks for watching. let me know what channels did I miss. What channels are you guys regular watchers of that I didn't mention or show off in this entire video? And I know this might be a long video, but this is everybody that I pop in on, watch, look at their videos, look to reference for myself to help me grow, to help me enrich my content, and I think they're all really great tubers.